C is for Chris Farley. So if you don't like Chris Farley, you need to get the fuck off this podcast because that's the only thing we're going to talk about today.
Oh my God, can we make the whole podcast about Chris Farley?
I could easily make this entire episode about Chris Farley.
Oh, me too.
I, I don't know. I have no words when I think of him. There's nobody better. I can watch Tommy Boy a million times over and over again. I still laugh at all the same parts.
Tommy Boy, Almost Heroes is another classic.
Almost Heroes. I never saw that. And I couldn't believe I never saw that because it's Chris Farley with Matthew Perry, who I love. And what a duo. like
Such a random duo,
like
but it worked perfectly.
very random duo. Um I would never picture that working unless it was shown to me because they have very different styles of comedy, I guess. Just like
Yeah,
compared to like I don't know, obviously I'm a huge Friends fanatic, so I don't know, just a little thought, Gail.
just a little passing Gale thought.
Yes. Oh, look, I have an arm this week because
Yay,
last week when
Gale.
we were interviewing Denny, my fucking arm was like this, trying to like keep it aligned the whole time. It was a sad Gale time.
And now you got a little arm, Gale.
You know,
A lending arm instead of a lending hand.
using my third arm. Parent terror reference.
That's you right now.
I could also make every podcast episode about Pantera, but I'll
I thought you were
resist.
just going to say Phil.
I mean, Phil in general, sure, but we're not. Don't get me started on that.
Imagine if we did a podcast just on Phil. And it was like every episode was like, what's Phil doing this week?
Oh my god, this
News of Phil. And it would be different like categories just about Phil though.
you know that I could easily do that. It's I mean, well,
He
one
would
of the
have to post a lot more on social media, I think.
which he is not great at doing that. It's mostly his wife that's doing it like for him. Like whenever you see like he goes live or something on Instagram, it's always like Kate holding the camera and like kind of giving him like little cues here and
I
there.
kind of respect that about him though, because no matter what, he never, I mean, you see older celebrities that use social media all the time and stuff like that. And it's just like, all right, someone definitely showed him how to do it because they didn't have social media back in the day. So
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
sometimes they overpost.
there are people that overposting is a thing, but there are some musicians out there that don't they're just like whatever, like don't bother to connect because it's social media is not their thing.
Not at
So they
all.
have like a manager running it or something, which is fine if you're not into it, you want to, but I personally enjoy when, someone is personally running it, you
Yeah,
know?
it comes more from the heart.
Yeah.
But Phil's not conforming to society.
He's not. He's just chilling in New Orleans in his robe with his chickens and his Kate, and that's it. That's I don't know.
Awkward.
He doesn't. What? How is that awkward?
And his Kate,
And his Kate,
not his Babs.
not his Babs, unfortunately.
Well, that's his fucking loss.
What?
I mean, just saying.
I don't really
Because I've
know.
seen her, and I mean, she might be a very nice girl, but
Cow.
she's not my Babs. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Well,
I think we'll leave it at that. It's
w-
fair to say that she's
w-
not a Babs.
we will leave it at that. Have you ever had like foundation like on your nose and you're like, that's me right now.
You totally missed my joke before.
What?
It went over your head like an albatross.
Wait, what
I said
joke?
he wasn't conforming to society. Which brings us to our first band. Corrosion of conformity.
Indeed.
Pepper.
I knew that bringing Phil into this somehow would lead into my pick of the week. Just
Oh
because,
my god.
well, because
Well, how
it's
else would we? Well,
how else
by
would
corrosion of conformity, I was going to say how else would we have known Pepper?
that's true. That's true. I mean, look, the first time I saw him perform with any band, it was Down, and obviously, like going to see them came from my love of Pantera. I never saw Corrosion of Conformity, um, like live before, but that's where I saw Pepper. So anyway, I start digging in, right? And then you figure out he's in this band, and then you also hit names like Crowbar, which double C, and points for a double C. Um, so I started dipping into them a little bit more because my friend Chris that lives in Florida, Corrosion of Conformity is like one of his favorite bands. And when I told him that I haven't listened to much of it, and this was only what, like the beginning of 2020? Like, I know
Okay.
it's crazy. Like I've heard like their popular songs, but I he was like, "Wait, you haven't like listened to this album, this album?" I'm like, "No." And it's not because I don't like them. I have like a fixed playlist. Like when I tell you and I listen to the same shit over and over again until I get sick of it. That's just how I listen to music and how I digest it. But so he suggested that I listen to their albums Blind and Deliverance. And while you can tell that it's the same band, such different albums. I
Oh, yeah.
played well I played what did I play for you in the car? Well, of course I have to play Albatross. You have to. So I showed her that. That's on the album Deliverance, where and you can kind of I feel like more so feel Pepper's influence. Like you can tell that there's somebody from down in the mix. You know what I mean? Like that sludgy sound. Blind, that album sounds a lot heavier to me. And I was in the car and I'm like, "Mm, like I don't know how to pick like between the two because one of them sounds like home and the other one sounds like home on crack." So I
Two
think
different aspects of home.
so yeah, pretty much. So so I think that I have to retract my original answer by saying Deliverance was my favorite and say Blind was my favorite. I don't know. There's something about that doomy edge, like how when we were talking about Black Sabbath, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah. So out of I feel like as their albums went on, like their more later stuff, I'm just not that into it. But when we're talking like early '90s into like yeah, basically like the whole decade of the '90s, I feel like was like their strongest period. Um, I mean, Pepper's sound is so it's so iconic, and he's not even from New Orleans. Like when I think down Pepper, Phil, like that whole like
Salt, pepper,
salt and pepper,
cayenne,
cayenne,
gabagool.
gabagool. Let's bring gabagool into this. But he's from North Carolina. That's where the band started, and so I was like, they started out kind of like more like punkier sounding, and I don't mean like hey, oh, let's go. I just mean like
Nice Ramones reference,
it
Babs.
it just sounded. Thanks, Gail. It just sounded a little bit more like punkier to me. So it was a surprise that like hearing where they came from and how over time they just kind of transformed into more of like what feels like a New Orleans sound to me. I feel like when I say New Orleans sound, people would know what I'm talking about.
It's the blues jazz influence on that
Yes.
southern rock.
Yes, exactly. And I love, love, love Southern rock so much. Um,
It's so good to itself.
you did see Corrosion
I did. I saw
live.
Pepper.
Who did they open for somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it?
Black Label Society. I
Listen,
got a Pepper and a Zach in one night. A peppery
Jesus,
Zach.
you did.
I did.
Lucky bitch. I've been to so many shows, but I feel that you've been to see more artists. Like your variety of artists that you've seen is like larger than mine, even though I've been to like a shit ton of concerts myself.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe, maybe, baby.
Maybe, baby. We'll have to make a list one day.
I think so.
I think most of the concerts we went to were together. There was a few that I went to that you were not present at, unfortunately. But
Which one?
we like them.
Hmm.
Slayer. I saw Slayer. That
Oh,
was really good at the Paramount. Deftones at the Paramount. Um,
I remember I was supposed to go to that show. Yeah.
remember we were both at the Limp Bizkit show and we weren't talking at that point and we didn't know that we were there. But meanwhile, you were in front of Sam and I was in front of Wes.
Yup.
Like we pretty much couldn't throw a tennis ball at each other,
We
but
could
we didn't
have.
even know we were there
Can't.
until
Listen.
after.
Listen. We experienced a renaissance after that. You know what I'm saying?
You know how happy on a serious note, though, you know how happy that I don't wanna cry. Whew, I don't wanna cry on the podcast. You know how happy it made me, like, going through those pictures at the Paramount and, like, seeing you in the crowd, though, because I personally had so much fun at that Limp Bizkit show, and I was like, "Wow, even though we're not talking, I know Nikki would have, like, had a really good time at this show, and, like, I only wish she could have been there." And then I saw you in the pictures, and I was like, "Okay, good."
Oh, Gail, I'm gonna
Wait, hold on, Italian kiss.
from the family.
I hope everyone thoroughly appreciates my sweatshirt.
This sweatshirt, okay, I would have worn the one that she gave me for my birthday, but I was not aware that that she was planning this. I
I didn't post a memo.
I didn't you not no, no memos. I would have worn it. But I thought that the first time we were gonna wear them was when we went to, the location tour this weekend. So I was like, "Okay, put it fold it neatly in my closet. That way Simba doesn't get his freaking cat hair all over it."
I
And
got excited.
and here she here she is. That's Paulie right now. That's her right now. Mine has Tony on it,
You know what's
and you
great?
guys will see it soon.
Sorry.
What,
You know what's
what?
great I thought of? I totally could be Lucy Walnuts because that was the street I grew up on.
But does that make me Nikki Soprano?
Yes, because you're a gal.
Yeah. Lucy Walnuts. I like it. You know that character, they made that character for him. Like he wasn't originally I forget
You,
who that actor like originally auditioned
I
for.
think Syl, right?
It
I
might have
want to
it
say Syl. I think I heard that on the podcast because it definitely wasn't for Tony. I think it might have been for Syl.
I think you're right actually.
It was either Syl or
But they still
Oh, I lied.
Hmm.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm, like, trying to, like, rewind in my head movies back to the Talking
Head
Sopranos
movies.
podcast. He
Yeah.
actually auditioned, I'm, like, 99.9% sure, he auditioned for Junior when he first came on the show, but they said he was too young
What?
because he was only 55.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was Syl.
I think he was Junior, and then, like, that's how he got called in.
Huh.
And, then he auditioned for Sil. I think it went like that, but originally he went in for Junior and they said, "No, you're too young." Because even though he had the
He
gray hair, he
is.
was 55
He
when the
is
show
too
first
young.
started. So
Look at me adjusting my arm. It's great.
that's me right now.
Right now. But I'm really happy that they wrote in Paulie Walnuts because he is a truly iconic character on the show.
If there wouldn't have been a Paulie, there would have been no show.
And there wouldn't have been that fucking majestic hoodie. Yo, let's talk about the time that we met Pepper together.
Which
Fucking
time?
A.
The
Oh my
first
god. No,
one?
no, I was gonna say yeah, like the first time. Because
I was so sick.
he's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. And I mean,
He's not peppery. I'm gonna just make pepper references throughout the whole
salt
time.
and pepper and salt and pepper's
I'm gonna
here.
cover the sponsors.
We- we're not sponsored. We're sponsored by Epps. Epps Seltzer.
Pepsi. Take the P out of Pepsi.
Oh, I like that. Normally I don't like seltzer.
I love seltzer.
Raspberry lime. I'm very much a like a Diet Coke or like if I could find a Diet Root Beer or a Diet Dr. Pepper. Usually
Diet
that's the
root
first
beer?
thing I'll go.
That's man random. I didn't know you like root
Mm.
beer like that.
Yeah,
I
I mean
like root beer too, but I never knew you liked root beer. I don't think I've ever seen you drink a root beer.
because you know how fucking it's so much easier to just grab a fucking Dr. Pepper like instead of looking for a diet root beer. That's I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but walk into a store and see what sodas are like immediately right there. I A diet root beer has never been one of them for me.
No, or diet cream soda.
Never.
And let me ask you a question. Diet Coke or Coke Zero?
You see,
No, I don't mean I mean you could say like
It's not the same though.
It's not.
I asked my friend Samantha, what up, Sam? Because she likes Coke Zero. And I asked, I'm like, yo, what's like the actual difference? Because I can't remember the last time that I bought Coke Zero. So I guess short answer, it probably would be Diet Coke based on what I buy more often. But I asked her and she said that Diet Coke kind of has like a lighter taste, but Coke Zero is made to taste more like regular Coke.
Now, with that being said, I know they used to have like, and I think they still do, like Diet Coke with lime and like different flavors of Diet
Yeah,
Coke,
I
but
think
now
so.
I'm seeing Coke Zero flavors. Like I saw cherry
Oh,
Coke the other
really?
day, but it was Coke Zero.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I would grab that in a second, actually.
You know what I got a couple months ago, and I've yet to see it since? They freaking had Coke Zero vanilla. Now,
Oh my
anybody who knows
God.
me, and I know there are probably people sitting there going, eh.
No, I love vanilla Coke,
Me
so
too, but
actually
so many
that makes
people
me
are like
so
grossed out
excited.
by it.
That makes me so fucking excited because I did not I would've that would've been my first answer
I was so
in listing my
excited.
favorite.
I was so excited that I never saw it again. So it must have been a dream.
It was a cream dream.
Yo, Babs did my makeup today, and it looks fucking popping. Just saying.
It does look pretty damn good. I love the way that I did the liquid eyeliner, the cat liner.
I know that's what I keep looking at. I'm being very cocky today.
I tried with the I am not successful with putting, like, brows on someone else. I don't know what it is. I fucking tried.
No,
I
you did great. I just had to make them darker.
I'm
But the shape
like,
you, I mean, did perfectly.
"Alright, cool," because with the Anastasia brow, it's meant to look, like, not that opaque because I don't know, it's like, you have to, like it's meant to be buildable, so you have to keep, like, going over and over with it to get it.
Unfortunately, I have nothing there, so I have to build the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
I can't right now.
We need a sampler board. Comment down below if you guys know a good sampler board we can get.
I love a sampler
We have to
board.
have sound effects. That
I
would be so
know.
good.
What does Steve-O use?
I don't
Or doesn't wait, no,
Steve O,
isn't that
comment down below if you could tell us.
Steve-O.
Steve O, are you out there?
Steve-O, be our guest.
Oh my god.
Be our guest.
I would literally jump out the window, climb back in the window, and jump out again and film it just to send to him if he was on the podcast. I love him that
And I'd
much.
be far away from here because at that point, I would assume you lost your damn mind jumping out a window.
Dude, I'm so upset. Last time he came around, he came to the Paramount. He did like 2 shows at the Paramount and he did
I
like meet and greets
know.
and stuff. Like, why didn't we drop on that train?
I don't know why.
And it was like around
Isn't
my birthday too.
I thought that Jim Brewer did something recently
Oh, no, you
too.
know why? Because it was the actual night of my birthday party. That's why we didn't do it.
Oh. Yo, we could have just like brought your party there. That would have been awesome.
I
No. No. What was that stupid sound that you made in the car? It was like S.
S
Well, it definitely wasn't S A.
what am I writing a term paper?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not used to wigs at all, but I kind of like this one. Comment down below, pink or blue wig on me.
Don't comment down below on which one of my wigs because I have too many.
I mean, whatever ones that you guys see me wearing, they're all hers anyway. Which now no, but you did get sort of gift me the blue, but like if you ever wanted it back, I'd be like, sure, Gail. 'Cause it's not like I'm wearing it every day.
Well, same thing with the pink one. If you want to bring it home, you could bring it home, Gail.
Yo, I want to try the the one that she has on right now. It looks you can tell sort of that it's red when you she goes more into the light, but in person it's like this it's a really gorgeous auburn and it's so pretty.
I
I
know it's
love
a lot
it.
darker on camera. I don't know why. And there's
I
actually
noticed
black
that
underneath it
too.
too, but oh well.
Oh, real wait, there's black underneath. It's like a little ombre gel? Oh, okay. Yeah, it just must be the lighting because to truth be told, my lipstick looks darker on the camera. I noticed.
Truth be Gail.
Truth be Gale.
Truth be Gail.
Truth be Gale. So Pepper.
The first time you met Pepper.
So Pepper. It was not Mulcahy's, unfortunately. We didn't. We didn't have a shot at anything at the Mulcahy show. Oh, that was like dead of winter too. We were just so excited to like get in the car because it was freezing out.
That was freezing.
But we
And I had my
did.
road test the next day,
Oh shit.
and I passed.
Pepper's good luck. I would say Phil's good luck, but at that point, she still had like a weird relationship with him.
She had a weird relationship with him.
No, you like everybody knows it's a love hate thing with Phil.
It happens.
But the first time we actually met him was Roseland Ballroom when they were touring for Over the Under. And I feel as though, to my recollection, it was like he was like the only one that stopped to have lengthy conversations. Not like the other guys like didn't. Well, we won't even get into Phil because, but
Triggered.
out of all the guys, he just stopped at a conversation, was super smiley in the pictures. Um,
Jimmy stopped too.
oh yeah, yeah. That was later on. I think that was after the show that Jimmy Bauer stopped.
Yes. It was about an hour and a half before Phil came out.
Oh shit, you're right. You're right. Oh, itchy wig, itchy wig, itchy wig. Sorry guys. Um yeah, I know I'm drawing a lot of my memory from the down shows because I was really unfortunate to not never see corrosion conformity. But
Future Gale.
yeah, definitely for future. Okay. But he was, oh my god, and he's gorgeous too.
A pamper.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, him. Film.
It's him.
It's him right now." So, give him a big hug. Give him a big hug, and we got pictures. We'll throw up pictures because even if it was a down show, like, who cares? He's
I
uh,
have some pictures and video from when I saw them, so we'll post that up too.
hell yeah.
But we'll post a picture of him because it's Pepper.
What did they, is there any other, like, songs you can remember them playing live, like, right off the bat that you were like, "Oh, shit, like, that's some good jam." Maybe something you never heard before, or you like,
Honestly, Albatross. I
"Oh,
didn't
you
know
never."
Albatross at that point. I didn't.
Really? I feel like that was, like, one of their no, I feel like that was one of their, like, bigger
I
s
didn't really. I knew of them, but I didn't listen to them like that. So when I saw them, it was kind of a shock.
like, well, you guys are gonna kill me because since I'm still, like, even in the process of still digesting their discography, if you give me an album name, I can read it immediately. But if you give me a song, I'll be like, "Oh, what album is that on?" Because I'm still like with the names of songs, I'm just like I'm shit with them. You can do the same thing for a Pantera album, to be honest with you. Like I can tell you some of the songs that are on them, but
Album name? Yeah, I'm not good with
you know what
album
I mean?
names.
Like if someone goes, "What name 3 songs off a Vulgar Display of Power?" and I'll be like, "Bum bum bum," you know?
Yeah.
But that's just like how I learn things, too.
You're such a girl.
I know, Gail. Bro, I need more caffeine. I like downed that coffee like the last like half of it not that long ago. I feel like it's gonna hit any second. Fuck, I love
Should we go
coffee.
into my sheet pick?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it because she showed me a video today,
Look at my face.
and I'm just like, damn, like how did I not ever get into them? What's the
I'm
name?
removing my cans for a second
Por qué?
because I have to fix my wig.
Oh, oh shit, we both got hoops on too, Gail. Look at us.
And the loop de loop and pull, and your
Well,
hoops are looking good.
so her pick is Cradle of Filth.
You might have heard of them. Small band from England. Real great. Singer
Now,
about my height. And
I love her. Singer,
about my height.
5 feet nothing.
I'm 5'2". Those 2 inches matter.
Sorry. You know what? Any gender would say that line. them 2 inches matter.
Well,
They
especially
they
with
do.
height, with a little
They
shrimp
do.
prawn person like me.
You're 5'2". I'm 6 inches taller than you. Oh my
That's me
god.
right now.
That is you right now. Wait.
I'm
Can
literally like
can this ge-
Sebastian.
can this gesture give a little Italian kiss? Hey.
Do that again.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
We could do a little kiss sound, or we could do a
Oh no, we
pop.
could do. I.
Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on.
I.
I.
That's it.
You guys saw it first.
You did.
That ridiculous whatever.
Did we ever make up a handshake? I feel like we did in high
I
school.
feel like we just did now.
No, but didn't we make one up in high school? I feel like we did, and it was like real dumb. We have to like think back to the head movies, like
Just
real hard, real
the
hard.
the head movies. I love using that phrase, head movies. Um,
It works for a lot of things.
I feel that we probably did, but that's the shit right there.
That's the up the new and improved.
I
I.
It's the best. Oh my god.
So Cradle of
Like
Filth.
so Cradle of Filth. So she shows me a video today of Danny Filth without any of the makeup on, but he has in contacts. And I'm looking and I'm like studying the structure of his face, and like he's the type of man that if you like cut his hair to like like much shorter and put him in a suit, he could easily fit on Wall Street. It's the weirdest thing. And I looked, I'm like, is he a fucking Leo? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Motherfucker's a Leo. I've got an eye. Every time I see a man that intrigues me or there's something like striking about them, I don't know why it's just specific to Leo men. Usually I could pick out Scorpio females too. But yeah, so that was that. Danny Filth is hot.
And I had you listen to me favorite album, Damnation in a Day.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I mean
How'd you feel about that, Gail?
wow.
Wow.
Oh wow. Zach Wilde would say it's
See, this is why
wow.
we need a sample board, because then you could just hit a button and it'll be like, wow.
I would love that. We need to figure it out.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Like within the month. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We don't know when you guys are gonna see it, but we're gonna like look into it. So that album, it literally sounds like an opera that was orchestrated in the depths of hell. And I love it.
Actually, it was orchestrated in Budapest.
I was close. Just kidding. No, it just has that sound like could easily like dub it over like a gothic horror, and it would just work like a gothic horror like silent film or musical.
Meanwhile, I pictured Snow White,
That I could see why that came to mind.
like
You
Snow White from running from the Huntsman.
Yes, I was just gonna say like scene specific. It was I could see why you associate it with that.
Yeah,
Very
I get
like
it.
evil stuff, but very still made me ask, why didn't I listen to more of them?
Well, now you will.
I have and will continue to do so.
I have.
I I have. Well, when was the first time that you heard Cradle of Filth?
The first time I heard Cradle of Filth, I would say it was approximately 2005. And I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for this, but I don't remember the name of the album.
That's okay because I feel like I remember.
It
I
had
f-
Her Ghost in the Fog on it. For the people that are listening going, wow, what album was it?
yeah, because I
And it's going to
remember.
bother me, and a lot of people are probably going to give me shit for not doing my homework and researching it.
Whatever. This is for fun, man. Like we're just like we like spitballing
Comment
about
down
me.
below if you know what the name of the album is.
We like spitballing about music that we enjoy, and if we don't know every little thing, this is your chance to inform us or give us suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Like
Get your shit together.
get
That could be a suggestion.
you know when you're doing the right thing, and that you don't care about anybody's opinions when the suggestion box is full.
You know where my suggestion box is? In my kitchen.
Uh,
It's big and it's black, and it's got one of those step buttons on it where you step on it and it opens itself. It's called my garbage can.
mhm. Yeah, I like that.
My old bosses used to say that to me all the time. Like, oh, you have a suggestion here? And they would hand me a garbage can.
I feel like unless someone is asking for it, man, close that. I don't know why that was bothering me. The little powder compact was open. Um,
I love you.
it just no, because I'm like, oh my god, cosmetics. We have to close this because then like
No
the
sponsors.
the then the air will like get to the product and like it won't work as efficiently.
It doesn't work efficiently anyway.
But if it's doing its job, it took the shine out of the place that it won't shine.
Shine on. I mean,
Shine on. What was I saying? Suggestions. So when it comes to suggestions,
we'll take them in stride.
well, like, or just in general, I feel like unless someone is asking, hey, do you think that there's a better way to do this or that? I will listen. I will absolutely listen because it's something like, if it's something I want to learn, and I'm asking for it. But if someone's just like putting in their 2 cents, like one of my exes commented on like our first episode and said, you guys got to do this, you guys got to do that. And I want to call you out right now. Did you think we didn't have a plan? Did you think that we were going to continuously do like,
Well,
Zoom episodes, like Zoom call to each other? You know what I mean? It's just like,
didn't he also refer to God in one of the comments? So I think we could, like, not for nothing, kind of null and void those comments out the
we
window.
absolutely can because that's just not my thing. Like, I don't like it's fine if you're religious, you have faith, you believe in something. Do not push it on me. Don't push it in general on anybody because then it feels cultish. Why can't you just like, I would rather tell somebody, just be a good person and have morals instead of being like, Christ has risen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems, I don't know. It, ugh.
Yeah.
I
No
don't know.
politics or
Oh.
religion on the go here.
Yeah, just
We hear enough of that shit on Facebook every day.
I know, right? Like this is
What happened to
just
Facebook when it was just like people posting pictures of their kids? Not that I cared about that either. But I mean,
me
I'd rather go
either.
back to that and seeing what people eat 10 times a day rather than seeing people's political fucking
Right. You
opinions.
remember like the big joke with it, Instagram was like, oh, everyone's Instagramming like their breakfast or like we don't care what you eat for
I'd
breakfast.
rather see that.
Me too.
I don't
Instead of
care if it's a pile of eggs and like a half-eaten piece of toast that looks like shit. Because I've seen some people eat some horrifying looking dishes on Instagram, but
but
I still rather see that.
I would rather see that instead of like I understand the political climate right now in general, I feel like it's gotten even worse as far as the intensity and like the division, you know what I'm saying, between parties, who's red, who's blue. It's gotten super opinionated and it's like it it creates a hateful environment and I to some degree I feel like that's almost
Because it creates
for the
divide,
purpose.
and that's what they want.
In exactly, that's where I'm leading, and, like
Sorry to anybody who's listening to this and is like, "Oh my god, I feel so strongly about this side," or "I feel so strongly about this side." I hate to be the bearer of the bad news. You're gonna hear it for the first time on this podcast. Neither one of them care about us. So I don't care who you voted for. You could have voted for a duck in the pond.
Yo, I want
Like,
that du
I
are you
don't care.
kidding me? I would vote for Stallion Duck to be president, no problem.
He'd probably care about us more.
He doesn't care at all, but he does.
This is true.
But
I'd vote for
I'm
Beatrice.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I would totally vote for your cat.
Imagine if B was president. President
You know what
B.
it is? It's like they're voting for the face, right? Like, I
And what they stand for, but
I
that person could get up
never
and say anything.
I never post anything political on Facebook, on Instagram because I'm not that's not the audience I'm looking to engage with when I want to have an intelligent conversation about politics. If I want to do that, I would call her up and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just putting out there like, I support Biden, I support Trump, and like looking to just add more to the fucking tension in the fight. Like, I understand if you have very strong opinions, then do your thing. I'm just saying it's not my thing.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm with you when you say, it doesn't matter who you voted for. Like to a degree, like mm, they don't care about us.
You
Like
just have to
that's where
vote
I'm
for that
seeing eye to
person for
eye.
the right reasons.
Yes.
And when I say the right reasons, I don't mean what their
Who's
views are. What are your views on that person?
yes.
Don't just vote for that because I feel like a lot of people, even though some people were happy that Biden won,
Mhm.
I'm not going to say whether I was happy or mad. To be honest, I didn't want either one of them to win, but I
Yeah.
just want things to be done the way that they're supposed to be done.
Mhm.
And doesn't matter who's in there. I just want this country and these people in this country to be happy. And
Yes.
at the end of the day, it just kind of lost my train of thought where I was going with this.
Well,
Oh, that's where I was going. Sorry. Um, I hate hearing when people say, "Oh, I voted for Biden because I hate Trump."
not a good enough reason.
No.
It's just
And I
not.
voted for Trump because I hate Biden. Like, no.
It
You
just
need more, or I voted for this person because my family voted for this person. No. You are your own person. You have your own opinions. Use them.
there's enough information out there for you to make um an informed, cast an informed vote.
I think
You
people
know
are
what I'm
scared
saying?
what their like family members are going to say and do and stuff. And like, I
Well,
mean,
guess
I grew up
what?
in a Republican household,
So did I.
you know, and when I mentioned the chance of possibly not voting Republican, I got a lot of shit for it, but at the same time, it's like, I hate to be like a Debbie Downer, but if something happens to me or one of my family members at the end of the day, whether it was me or the other person, like that other person's gonna live, like
Yeah.
if God forbid, like, my dad passes away, who is the big Republican in my household, I'm still gonna be living in this country.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It like I
No,
have to
no,
vote
I
for the
do.
person who I feel would do a good job in office, not just because my dad thinks he would do a good job.
When you're in that booth, ain't no one else in there with you, man.
No,
So,
that happens a lot in life
you
as far as decision making.
it that yeah, that could go for anything. At the end of the day, it's just you in that booth by yourself. You can get any fucking advice that you want or hear anyone else's opinion, but at the end of the day, just you. Did the light go off again, or do we not
It
have?
did.
I was gonna say
Oh, the lights went out.
the ghost. It went out.
I will tend to this technical difficulty. Maybe the power bank died.
The power bank is dead. So yeah, not didn't really want to get super political in here, but honestly, I think I speak for both of us when I say we just support like people being humane and good to one another. And yeah, I feel like there's for as much as there's like hateful people on both sides, there's equally like good people on either side. And I know that's like hard for some people to digest when they have such strong opinions, but like
Get a
for like
probiotic.
like for instance, like my mom's a Republican, you know what I'm saying? And like she didn't storm the Capitol. That's all I'm saying. Which
Oh,
that was
mammy.
I don't even want to what a fucking sad day in America to see that happen. It was just so like this is really happening. You know what I mean? Like you had to like I had to pinch myself, but my point is my
I was
mom
on the
my,
phone
my
with
mom's
you
my mom's
when we
a
found that out.
my mom's a Republican. She's not a bad person. She ain't doing no fuck shit.
No, she's good.
She's just a gal. So Cradle of Filth. What I was gonna say was the first time I heard Cradle of Filth was KK originally. She played some of their shit. And it just like the music for me was fucking awesome, but I have to say that the vocal style, it just it wasn't my favorite, and it kind of
I could see that coming from, like, the bands that I know that you like and listen to and the things that even if I'm with you when you hear something for the first time, like, I know your style, girl.
yeah, yeah, I mean, and same for you, like, when I listen to a song, I like to know what they're saying, and certain bands, you just don't.
It
And
happens.
it's kind of like the vocals aren't I mean, yes, vocals are an instrument, but you get what I'm saying. It's just something another instrument adding to the song rather than
Imagine
storytelling.
imagine if they had, like, Follow the Bouncing Ball for bands like that. Like, say they had, like, a Cradle of Filth, like,
Oh
music video
shit.
on TV or online, whatever, and they had, like, the lyrics at the bottom of the screen and then, like, the little bouncing ball.
That would make a fantastic, like, kids video.
Or an adult
Oh,
video
and I
for
was
for the people who don't understand the lyrics like us.
I was gonna say, would that be on the, global hit, "Now That's What I Call Music," fucking 1050?
I can't. They were
Or
playing
Kids Bop,
they were pl
Cradle of Filth for Kids Bop?
Oh. Oh my god, their cover of Hallowed Be Thy Name. I love you, Iron Maiden, but that cover is nasty.
There are some covers that, they just surpass, like, the original for me. What
Mm.
I sent you something recently, Wild Horses, the
Yes.
cover. Shit, I wish I could remember the name of the band that covered it.
See how it goes?
It was the Sundays? The something Sundays? Fuck. No, I'm telling you right now, I almost wanna, like, grab my phone. I never do this, but it's gonna annoy me. But
Wow.
what?
'Cause I coulda did that for the Cradle of Filth album, but I d
Oh, well, I mean, like, that's ish different because this is okay, so Wild Horses obviously is originally by the Rolling Stones, but I'm trying to find who covered it. Susan Boyle?
it
What?
was
That's
definitely
not
her.
no, no, it was not Susan Boyle. I can't right now. But the point is, this yeah, it is. It's called The Sundays. So that singer to me, I love the original, I love the Rolling Stones, but, like, the singer of the Sundays just took that to a whole new realm for me. I first heard it on an episode of no, I'm sorry. It wasn't on Buffy. It was in a movie called Fear with Reese Witherspoon and Mark Wahlberg when he's, like, fingering her on the roller coaster.
Say hello to your
You
mother
know
from me.
you know oh, you know what song that is. It's if you heard it, you would be like, "Oh, yeah, that one." The finger bang song. But
The finger
I
bangs.
also heard it on Buffy when Buffy and Angel were dancing. So I have a more pure memory in my head with that song. So, Hallowed Be Thy Name. That cover, is that one of your favorites they've done, regardless if it's not an original song by them?
Yes.
What Yes.
Yes. That, Her Ghost in the Fog is definitely, like, one of my top favorites, and not just because it was the first song I heard. Um, I don't know how to explain them. They just have I like it sounds really cheesy, but I picture walking in, like, a wintry forest
Mm.
and listening to them, like, just, like, covered in snow, wearing, like, a black velvet cape,
They
just,
do
like, mad
create
goth. Like, they create, like, storytelling in
yeah.
their stuff, and I know that's, like, cliche to say because a lot of people do that, but they just paint a picture of, like, the scenario, what's going on in such a way it's like a fantasy. I don't know.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, because like someone can write a song about a breakup and it's very like in the moment, here's what's happening now. And you kind of can imagine like the couple fighting or something. But then there's other songs that create a whole fucking world surrounding what the song is about. And it kind of like puts you right there. And I think that they've definitely mastered that. Have
Amphetamine Fix is definitely another one of my favorite songs from them.
how many people
Or in
are
the band.
in the band? Why do I feel like when KK showed me
I think there's,
the
like, 6
meeting
people.
yeah,
I have to look. Sorry,
no,
I'm
no,
pulling on my
I'm
phone.
just curious because I remember KK showing me, a picture from when she, met them, And the meet and greet picture, I feel like there was like a lot of people that were standing up there with her. So I'm just curious.
I wish I met them.
If I stood next to that guy, I would feel really like a Jolly Green Giant. Queen. Cream dream.
So I'm looking at something on Google that says members, and maybe I should type in current members because there's like 30 people that are coming up.
Holy shit. Go for it. Oop, not sponsored. I'm not gonna oh I'm not gonna lie. The other half of my bacon, egg, and cheese in the other room. And it sounds so good right now. I haven't been able to have a normal bacon, egg, and cheese in such a long time, but that is a turkey bacon and it's egg white and the American cheese and it's on a whole wheat wrap. So I feel super guilt free eating that because I'm not supposed to eat like pork and red meat and
All the good things in life.
all the good things in life, basically.
Honestly, I could get rid of all the freaking meat and stuff, but I miss bacon. That's what I miss the most out of like any meat. Because even like I had a bite of chicken nugget like 2 weeks ago, just like the Purdue chicken nuggets, the
Yeah.
dinosaur ones, and it tasted so fucking gross.
Really?
Like just like the actual flavor of the chicken. It tasted like chicken from like Campbell's soup. Like it had that like artificial saturated with chicken broth like taste. It was just like
Oh, that's awful.
it was
And
so over the
usually
top. I was like, no.
usually I have pretty good luck with those things because I too buy the dinosaur
Well,
nuggets.
that's what they're good, and I've always loved them, but I think it's just the fact that I haven't like touched meat since before Halloween. The only thing I've
That
had is like a
explains it.
slice of bacon here and there. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I've like cheated on and like had. But like having a bite of like a dinosaur chicken nugget, I was repulsed. I was like so excited. I was like,
Aw.
screw it. I'm gonna take a bite.
I'm
Whatever.
sorry.
It was so gross. I was like, this is so sad.
So annoying. Sorry, I had to hit my vape for those that are listening to this and not watching. Like on hello Spotify
That's their
people.
problem.
What do you mean?
Hey, Spotify
Hey
people.
Spotify people, thanks.
We love you guys even though you can't see us. And we can't
We
see you. But we can't see our YouTuber people either. That's us right now.
we can't
We
we
should
can't
go
wait,
live one day.
we can't see
Like do this live.
why don't we just do it like right after this? Like
Okay.
just go live on like Facebook.
We could go live on Instagram.
We could do that. Let's see what
Ooh.
happens. Watch what happens live. Isn't that a show?
I think I think so.
Hey.
I People that are on Spotify are gonna be like,
What
why
the
do they keep
fuck?
making that noise? Is there something wrong?
And keep doing a handshake.
We're touching each other.
Oh my god. We are.
I
I
So I had a traumatizing story happen to me this week.
Yeah.
I feel like I must share
Do
because
tell.
this is like therapy.
Do tell. Let's go.
So I came home from the gym the other day because I've been going to the gym
Yeah.
thanks to my dear friend Michelle, who's been training me. Shout out to Michelle. I love you. Thank you for making me the skinny person I want to be. She's the best. You could sign up for her to be your personal trainer. So check it
Yeah.
out and vote for her because she is in the contest for Inked magazine cover.
Really?
She is.
You just send me a link to that shit.
I
I'll vote
will.
for her.
So who's ever listening, you better fucking vote for Michelle. Otherwise, you're gonna have to deal with this.
You really don't want to
Me right
fucking you
now.
don't want to fucking mess up with Lucy Walnuts.
Anyway, I came home from the gym the other day, pulled in my driveway, I saw my landlord, went to say hi to him, and long story short, there was a raccoon in my driveway. And he was acting like he was drunk. First, I thought he was just like grooming himself and hanging out, but he was acting like he was drunk. So this went on for like 2 or 3 days. We ended up catching him that day, and we put him in the woods just so he could be like in the woods and not that he walked up my driveway and went into the road and like God forbid
Yeah.
collapsed.
Yeah.
So we captured him. We put him in the woods, like right behind the house. We went out and checked on him every day for 3 days. Fed him, like I gave him cans of cat food. My landlord gave him cans of cat
I
food.
didn't know if they could have cat food.
Cat
Sorry,
food,
just a
tuna,
random.
fruit, pizza crust. Like he ate like a gavon. Um, he wasn't getting any better though. So we
Oh,
called a bunch of different places. No one would take raccoons, which like blew my mind because you would think Long Island, there's so many raccoons, like people would like come and like help him.
that's surprising.
Everyone that would come, they said they were gonna kill him like right away. Um, so a couple people reached
Fuck.
out to me and said they knew people, um, which I appreciate greatly. Thank you, Janice, and thank you, Vicky, for both reaching out. That was very sweet. Um, it
Fixing
just
my.
goes to show.
Sorry, I'm fixing the wire like entangled in my leg.
It just goes to show that I'm not the only, maybe some consider crazy person out there that would go as far as these lengths for these animals, but they're better than people.
You know, say animals are like extremely like innocent things. I don't know.
This
I don't
raccoon,
know. Not that I wouldn't call the fucking cops if I found, a human acting drunk, like having eaten something toxic in the woods or something, because obviously I would, but it's like I just have a bigger heart when it comes to animals
you have to.
because they're helpless. They're babies forever. Yes, they have animals have instincts of survival like
But
humans,
to an extent, I feel like,
but
especially like with them in a park, because they don't have to deal with like as many predators as they would if they were living in the woods upstate, where there's bears,
no,
wolves, and stuff like that.
no,
Like
for
they're their
sure.
biggest predator there. Um, so after taking care of them for like 2 or 3 days, um, we got in touch with an animal sanctuary in Quag called the Evelyn Alexander Wildlife Sanctuary. Such sweet people. Shout out to them.
Thanks,
And
guys.
45 minutes away, I got up Thursday morning, went downstairs, got Reggie because I'm convinced that it's my baby Reggie. Put
Aw.
him in the back seat of my car, and we drove out to West Hampton. And it was a nice little ride. I'm not gonna lie.
I
We
was
listened
gonna
to,
say that is quite a drive. I mean, that's
well,
usually like probably the length that I go when I go like apple picking, sort of.
it was pretty
Out
as
like
far
out
as like
there, like where Milk
distance
Pail
and stuff.
is and all that.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad from here. It was only like a half an hour drive. Plus, I went like early, so there wasn't like anybody on the road. But like, I say nice driving in the sense like it was just me and him, you know. And we listened to Bob Dylan and
Karen,
Beatles. I put on
no.
Rocky Raccoon. I had to. We were
Oh,
jamming, but we were listening to Bob Dylan, just hanging. And I'm just happy he's in a good place now. They said they're
this.
gonna try to treat him, and if they can treat him, he's like past the point of like brain damage at this point because I think it was distemperament.
Mm.
They said they would keep him as like an educational animal because they have like a wildlife sanctuary there, which is good. So either way, he's like gonna be in good hands. If they can't treat him, they obviously have to euthanize him. But it's just so sad.
No, it's hella sad. I feel. I mean,
It took a lot out of me. I love animals and seeing an animal suffer like that, like if I'm not even gonna lie, and I don't care who's listening. If I didn't have my cats and my ferrets, I would have brought that raccoon in the house. Because there was a point where me and him were sitting outside in the woods together, like a foot away from each other, and he was just rolling around on his back,
yo,
like
you're
just
like
playing like
fucking
a
Snow
kid.
White. No, she's like Snow White. Like I'm good with like dogs and cats, but when it comes to like actual like wildlife, they just like they flock to her. You have a certain aura that makes them like comforts them.
Because I'm an earth
So
dragon.
it's not surprising to me that he responded to you that way. Is what I'm
Because
saying.
I was born in the year of the dragon, and the particular year I was born, it was when the earth dragon was in the astrological calendar, I believe.
Oh, really? Are we talking like like the Chinese zodiac? Because I
Hmm.
was gonna say
And
because
then
that's
like the element symbol. So I'm
I don't know
technically
what
an earth
mine
dragon.
is. That which is crazy because I'm like big into astrology, but I'm more into like the traditional zodiac. But watch it be like a fucking rat or something. It's gonna be a fucking rat. I remember that my dad was year of the tiger.
That's
The
dope.
62, yeah. He had a tattoo on him for that. He also had like he had a dragon, but it was like a Chinese style dragon, which I never got to ask him about. I'm like, why did you, like what did that mean to you? So I feel like I'm left only to speculate. But I want to see like what it what is it? What?
You're a fucking tiger too.
I am?
Mhm.
87?
Mhm.
Hey.
Yeah, the year the tiger was 1926, 38, 50, 62, 74, 86.
Oh no, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Oh, but I typed in. Oh, let's
Because
see.
my dad
Oh
tell me it's a fucking rat, isn't it?
no.
A bunny? I'm a
Yeah.
fucking bunny?
You
I
bunny.
am not a fucking bunny.
Yes, you are,
I'd rather
dear.
be a bunny than a rat. That's fine.
Love it.
You're the rabbit?
Quiet, elegant, kind, responsible. I am confident, intelligent, enthusiastic. Well, we can knock one of those out. Actually, two.
Wait. I'm sorry. What?
Confident, intelligent, and enthusiastic. I said we could knock one of those out. Actually, two.
What? That's about yourself that you're reading out loud?
Yes.
Wait, what are you? I'm sorry. You just said it before.
The dragon.
You're a dragon.
Mhm.
Which one are you knocking out? Because I would say they all apply to you.
Well, I said I was thinking intelligent first, but then I was like, not really that confident.
Like,
Sometimes today, because I have sweet gel liner.
I can't right now.
But
No,
then you're gonna go home
seriously,
and I'm gonna
like,
take it off and I'm like, ah.
yo, like cat eye makes me feel like that bitch. There's always like that one makeup,
Sorry, I just keep looking
like
at it.
that makeup. Fucking, I know, me too. There's always that one bit where like you get super excited to do on your face, and for me, it's the cat eyeliner.
I have to do it more. I have to learn how to do it more. Because you did it like it looks like it was done effortlessly.
It's very easy to do it on your eyes because she has round eyes, so it's just such an easy like sweep across the lid. But with me, not so much.
I do a sweep and then
Not
it'll
so
be
much.
like, wing wing.
You have to draw it like a specific way when you have my eye shape, and it's mad annoying.
What, beautiful?
What? And beautiful.
Miranda.
Thanks, girl. No, it's like the fucking hooded eyes. Fucking
I just got the chills for some reason. I don't know why.
maybe
You don't have hooded
maybe
eyes.
it's the ghost in the room. I just went there. I'm sorry.
Bad things have happened in this room.
Like what? Tell us the story.
I did a cleaning in here one night with Sage, and there was something in the loft.
Did you feel a cold spot
I felt a cold spot,
or
but I saw a huge black shadow walk, like crawling across the floor in the loft.
that
And the
that
person that was there doing the cleaning with me was a witness to it as well.
oh my god.
Because I just turned around and they were like, yeah, I saw it. I didn't even have to say anything. So, yeah, this is a great podcast room.
Well,
And our special guest tonight is Mr. Go here. And then all of a sudden, the black silhouette like comes in. God damn it, the stupid light went out. Otherwise, you guys would be able to see him.
I know it's actually even more creepier this way. Well, oh, I'm sorry. What happened to it?
The
What happened to the light?
battery died.
So,
The
okay.
power bank that the light was plugged into
I'll
died.
bet. Fail. Only like two people are gonna get that. That's fine. And who knows if they'll even watch this?
They better. That's me right now.
You guys better fucking watch it.
So, can we talk about another C band that we were talking about today?
Which one? Crowbar? That
Well,
one?
we could talk about Crowbar if you'd like. I was gonna bring up the fact that George Corpse Grinder likes shopping at Target. We talk about that? How he's a coupon clipper at Target, and we all know how much I love Target and how I'm obsessed with Target.
This one can fucking get lost in Target,
I could.
and by lost, know exactly where she's going and never seemed to have like her cart full enough.
It's the candles, man. It's the candles, and like sometimes they'll have clothes that are
But
like really nice, and
but last time you went, didn't you say that like the quality of the candles wasn't so
the
good, or is it just
Christmas flavors, they were like real, like they weren't great, but now they don't have Christmas flavors anymore. They're starting to get into the more springy flavors. Actually, one of them is in my bathroom that I got the other day. It's called
I
Lavender Shores.
I was gonna say I noticed that was a new one.
That
That shit's
and
good. I got you
mandarin hibiscus too. I got.
I know it's not necessarily like it's probably more of a summer scent if anything, but the cola one
I'm
that
saving
I
that. I burned it a little while when I brought it home that night, but
yeah.
now it's like now I'm saving it.
Would you say it's like a summer scent? Probably,
Mm,
sort of. I don't know. I just think like a refreshing cola in the summer. You know?
yeah, but I like refreshing cola all year, so
I know, me
that's
too.
like one of those for me.
Me too. I So I'm almost at the end of binging 6 Feet Under, and oh right, you were gonna talk about that guy. I'm sorry, you went into Target and something you said reminded me of the show.
Candles.
Never mind 6 Feet Under. It's gonna be real emotional. I'll talk about it when I've completed the series. Let's talk about your Target coupon clipper.
I just find it amazing that the singer of Cannibal Corpse shops at Target like I do. And he goes like all out. He goes into the toy section. He like coupon clips. He got like this little app. It's called Shopkick, which I've never used before, so it's not sponsored. Um, Anyone who's ever used it, comment down below and see if you like it. But from what he explained, he picks up an item. You know, like he had a jar of peanut butter that he picked up, like Skippy peanut butter, and he scans it with his phone, and it pulls up like all the different places in the area that I guess like have that same Skippy peanut butter and the different like sale prices on it. Or I think it
Mhm.
shows like I think if he buys at a Target, you get like a kickback in points for like every item you get. So like you could pick up like anything and it'll say, "Oh, you could get like 5 points here, 10 points there." And then when you get a certain amount of points, you could get a Target gift card. And I think it's also like Apple gift cards and like I think Starbucks is like one of them, but
Well, shit like that's really helpful in general, but also I love the fact that people that, you know, obviously are in the line of work that he is are still mindful about that shit. Like I'm not a smart shopper. I will like when I look for sales, it's usually like, okay, just Torrid or Sephora have a sale going on. But like when I go to a grocery store or go to pick up, I don't know, just random shit to eat, like I'm not really like looking at what's on sale. Like I just know, okay, this is what I like, so that's what I'm going to get. And that's not the best way to shop at all.
Paul does that too.
Yeah.
And
It's
then I
not a
smack him
good
in the head when
habit.
he comes home. No, I'm
It's
just kidding.
it's what?
I said I smack him in the head when he gets home. No, because he's funny though. I'll be like, all right, go to the supermarket and get a bottle of olive oil. Something basic. I mean, for me personally, if I'm cooking with it, um, unless I'm making like a vinaigrette out of it or something like
Mm.
where the olive oil is prominent like that, I'll just get fucking Stop and Shop. I'm not picky, you know, and
Yeah,
it
certain
usually ends
items I'm
up
like,
being
eh.
like the cheapest. He'll come back with like a gallon jug of what is it? I think it's like Filipino de Oro or something like the really like fancy brand of
Mhm.
fucking olive oil. It's in my kitchen. I should know what it is, but it's something with an F. It's like a gold bottle with like really fancy lettering on it. He comes back with like a gallon sized jug of that, and it's like he's like, "Oh, I got this olive oil, but it's like it was like $14." I'm like, why didn't
That's
you get
that's
the
so
fucking
fucking
$8
unnecessary.
brand of Stop and Shop?
That's so unnecessary. No, like when I think of brands, like for instance, like if I get the chicken that you put in like the freezer or whatever, like the tenders, I will pick Purdue before I pick Tyson because a while ago I opened a bag of Tyson chicken and there was still feathers on
I
it.
knew you were gonna say that. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just had a
And
feeling it was feathers involved.
and I was completely fucking grossed out and I tossed that bag so quick. And I was like, wow, I should have just stuck with Purdue, but I just want to see what these barbecue tenders were like. And never again. Tyson, get your fucking shit together. That's disgusting. I also was made
How's your
fun of
feathered chicken?
I was also made fun of because the other night when Mano opened my freezer, he saw meatless meatballs from Trader Joe's.
Oh, they're probably so good though.
They're so delicious, and he's like, "Why call them fucking meatballs if it's not meat?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Because
It's the same reason why people say tofu steak, I guess."
I think a lot of people myself included, I've kind of like tried to pretend that certain things were meat and they're not.
I have tried over and over again every veggie burger on this planet. I can't fucking stand them. The only one that I will go for is Beyond Burger, and I think that's made out of pea protein, if I'm not mistaken.
Pea protein.
Pea protein,
Pea protein.
and I think that what creates the color to make it look like meat is beet juice, which has such a bland, mild flavor that it works. It doesn't
I love beet
add
juice.
anything to it. I've never, I don't know if I've ever had beet juice. Oh no, you know
You
what?
did when you tried my
I
juice.
well, that wasn't, like, the sole flavor of it. My brother gets these beet juices from the store, but it's mixed with, like, tropical flavor or something like that, so I've never drank straight up beet juice. I've tried a piece of beet, which, by the way, looks like cranberry sauce, like, when it's cut up. And I was like,
They're not bad. I used to hate them as a kid. Like it was like painful to like get through as a kid, but as I got older, like they're really not that bad. And
yeah,
actually one night I put like
well,
teriyaki sauce on them and I was
I
like,
was
"Wow, this is delicious. Why didn't I never eat them like this?" My mom would always just put like a tiny bit of butter, salt and pepper.
I was gonna
That's it.
say, like, I mean, I pretty much just had it, like,
Like from
as
the
it was
can.
sliced. No,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
no, it was fresh.
fresh?
Fresh. I got it fresh because my brother does not buy, like, canned stuff. Like, we
That's
when
smart.
we get veggies, we don't get any canned stuff. We just like the flavor better,
I like
and
canned
it's
corn.
mm,
But I see what I do with my canned corn is though is I drain it in like a freaking colander. I take a piece of parchment paper and a cookie sheet and I mix it with like whatever flavor I want. Usually I do McCormick Grill Mates has this like honey sriracha.
yeah.
So I make the marinade for the honey sriracha and I put the freaking like 2 cans of corn into that and then I spread it onto the parchment paper and then I roast it in the oven.
Sounds so
So it
good.
comes out like it's like it's roasted corn but with the honey sriracha flavoring and then I take like a spoonful of it and I sprinkle it on my salad. That shit is fucking
Yeah,
delicious.
that does sound really fucking
So
good.
it's like, I could do that with like ears of corn, but that would take so long.
Yo, for I was just thinking, like, the things that I don't personally get canned stuff, but I think it's because I have this thing in my head. Well, when I, like, when I first started my diet, my gastro was like, you need to just get fresh broccoli, fresh spinach, and, like, steam it or whatever." So I guess I just got it into my head that steaming everything, you get the most out of, what you're eating, like, the most
Oh yeah, with
nutrients.
those
Even
vegetables,
though
I
I'm
definitely do that.
yeah, but I ended up just liking the flavor of it better.
Even the canned green beans, I got those because I kind of had like a moment a couple months ago, and like everyone was like, "Oh my god, shit's gonna hit the fan. You got to get canned stuff." So
Mm,
I bought. They had at Stop and Shop like a case of corn, and then they had a case of like all these different vegetables. But I got green beans and corn. Um, those fucking green beans were nasty.
yeah.
They were so nasty. Like I'd rather get like the fresh ones or like the steam ones, and like,
Edamame is my shit. I get that from
mm,
Trader Joe's. I could just sit there and eat the whole fucking bag as a meal. Like,
edamame's good.
wait, did you try my sugar-free birthday cake?
I
Did
did,
you
and it
try?
was
You
delicious.
did? Okay. Had no fucking idea. You would never know that this shit was sugar-free.
It was
Like,
so good. Like no joke.
and it was just like I don't know, probably like a Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker like thing, whatever. And my mom she saw it in the store and she was like, "Hey, like, instead of searching around like all these bakeries, because originally I wanted a plate of the sugar-free rainbow cookies, the ones that she got for Christmas Eve. So she called up that bakery and she was like, "Sorry, like that's a seasonal thing. Like we don't have it." And I'm like,
Can I ask you a
"What?"
question? Why are fucking rainbow cookies seasonal?
No, like I guess for them to make them, yeah, it's no kidding. I guess like she meant like they especially make them like like a sugar-free version during like Christmas time. I don't fucking
Oh, because I
know.
guess people that don't eat sugar don't crave sugar any other time of year.
I don't fucking understand
I
it.
can't with people.
But that's originally what I wanted. And I was just gonna be like, yo, just stick a candle. Like I want the cookies. And like we're good. Like I am so set with rainbow cookies. But no such luck. So here we were. And I don't know. She made it. It was delicious. It was just, oh, it satisfied so much. Like that super fucking sweet, just,
But it wasn't that
mm.
sweet. Like I
I
made
think vanilla icing is like super sweet. That's super sweet to me.
yeah, but that was like that was a good sweet though. Like I made cupcakes around Christmas time and I used box mix and I hadn't eaten chocolate or vanilla box mix in forever because of my diet too. And I was just like, let me just like take a little taste off the spoon of like the icing, like after I like iced everything and it was like about to like rinse everything out. And the amount of fucking sugar in the chocolate and the vanilla, like I almost gagged. It
Mm,
was so it just tasted so gross and so processed. When you stop eating something for such a long period of time, it could be your favorite thing in the world. You go back and freaking eat it, and it's gonna taste like shit. That's what happened to
that's,
me with Wendy's.
I
Paul
was,
and I didn't eat Wendy's for like
Burger
6
King for me.
months. Oh my
Burger
god,
King.
we got so excited. The bowl because he hadn't eaten it either. He like stopped eating fast food too. And this was like in the beginning of last year, like right before quarantine. And we were like, we came home one night. We were like, you know what? We've been so fucking good. We haven't been eating fast food. Let's just fuck it. Let's just get like something and we'll get like something small, you know? And the chicken nuggets were like shriveled and fucking just tasted gross. The burgers were nasty. The
So fucking
fries were like,
nasty.
oh my God, just everything was so gross. And we were so like wholeheartedly disappointed. We're like, we couldn't cheat even if we tried. Like, it was so sad. We were just
Yo.
like, we tried to fucking eat this. We took like 2 bites. It tasted so gross, and our both of our stomachs were so fucked up the next day. I was
What
like, this wasn't even worth it.
what like shit food would you eat after a concert? Because you know at that point, like you're getting home and like you wanna
Definitely Wendy's.
just for me, it was White Castle because White Castle was there as soon as you got off the fucking train.
I miss White Castle. There's not one by me anymore. There used to be one over here on Suffolk Avenue, and there's not anymore.
Oh yeah.
So the closest one to me is like in Comac and Center Reach. And that's like we pay right where we go to the Energy Fuel, like how we
Yeah.
like fork off to like Comac Road. If we were to keep going straight, like a half a mile down, there's White Castle. So there's that one, and then there's one in Center Reach, which is like 20 minutes from me.
I just
So
can't
luckily,
fucking
there's not one close to me, but
I just can't
I
fucking
miss
eat it
it.
because that would destroy me, but trust
I
me.
feel like out of all the things though, that would probably fuck you up the least, just because they
Mm,
steam their burgers. But
I don't
you couldn't get the
know.
jalapeno burgers. You would have to get literally you would have to get a plain hamburger.
Yeah, it's not worth it then. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, they have
Um
Impossible Burgers there now too, just to let you know.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
listen, you walk in there and like I'm sorry, it just smells like dog shit. I always thought that like
You know
even
what
when
I
I would eat from that place, I would walk in, it would smell like fucking poop, and I would still get the jalapeno cheeseburgers, and I would also get the loaded fries that has like the ranch and cheese and like the little bacon bits on it. It was so delicious, but
you know what I've been getting the last few times I went there?
what?
I haven't been there, like, probably since before quarantine either, now that, like, I think about it, because I haven't been to the one over here. I've only been to the one that closed, and that was, like, a year or 2 ago. Clam nibblers.
Clam you see, that's
The fried
another
clam strips.
were they good?
Yeah, because they were fucking Arthur Treachers or whatever it is.
What
But they just put it in the deep fryer. So if
okay.
anything, they taste better than the ones that, like, you make at home. They were the ones that you make at home,
Mm.
like the the Gordon's Fisherman or whatever brand that you get in the supermarket. So they weren't bad.
Yeah.
Actually, they tasted better because they put them in the deep fryer.
I'm weird about, like, seafood in, fast food
Oh,
places.
me too. Paul gets the fillet of fish from McDonald's, and I'm like, that's like a fucking death sentence.
Mm-mm.
But the clam
No
nibblers,
fucking way.
you know how I actually tried them? I got a couple in my French fries one night, and I thought it was pieces of onion ring.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
look at this little bonus." And I freaking ate it and I was like, "That's seafood." And I was like, "This is actually pretty freaking good." But I fucking haven't had them in forever. I haven't had seafood since before October.
All I eat is seafood. Oh my god. Well, not all, but like
I went to
that.
buy clam strips the other day and then I put them back. I was like, no, because if I get them and I get sick from like eating seafood, like I'm gonna flip out.
I'm all with the salmon, lemon, rosemary, slices of ginger. Fucking bake that shit in a pan that
Can you
has
bake that for
sherry
me?
and with cherry wine all along the bottom. Cooks right into it. It's delicious.
I
And I have to like thank my brother for that because I wouldn't have known how to make that if it wasn't for him. And oh, and on top, my very favorite thing, C for capers. Capers are fucking delicious. I know, I know. I love them. They're such a strong, salty flavor that it just
you know why I
couple
don't
of
like
those.
them?
Why?
Because they're little baby olives.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's a
That's pretty much
they're
what they
not
are.
well, I was gonna say like it's not an olive like literally, but it
Yeah.
has like the vinegary kind of taste to it like an olive does. So I get it. I hated olives up well, not all olives, like oh the Spanish rice. Oh, like those in the Spanish rice, like the green ones with the pimentos. Delicious. She's just like, anyway, fuck these goddamn olives. C for crap.
C for crapola.
Oh my god. I can't it's weird that I can't off the top of my head think of that many other C bands that I would want to like throw in. Like I already said like Crowbar and Corrosion. I'm like,
What about the Cure?
what about Christina Aguilera?
How about not and say we did? What about the
No,
Cure?
I can't fucking stand Christina Aguilera. I'm sorry. Like I understand she has really good pipes, but like not into it. What do you think?
Robert Smith?
Robert Smith. I know. The Cure.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
I loved him.
Yeah, I
And it's
love
not
them
even
too.
Friday.
I love and it's not even Friday. I remember hearing them in they were in an episode well, that's the song fucking Lullaby was in an episode of AHS Hotel. I'm obsessed with American Horror Story. And it was during a scene that involved both Lady Gaga and Evan Peters. I'm not gonna give it away, but it was kind of explicit. And
Your face says it all.
yeah, I was just like, okay. And then that song's playing in addition. I was just like, Happy Gale.
Happy girl, happy world.
Yes. Happy Gale, happy bird.
I've been obsessed with the Cure since I was 16 or 17, I'd say. I loved him.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking good.
I wish Robert Smith could adopt me.
Bro, he has a look that reminds me of Buzz from
Buzz Lightyear?
fucking Buzz, your girlfriend, woof. No, Buzz from why can't I think the Melvins? He just, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like the crazy hair thing, and like stature. I don't fucking know. She's judging me.
I like his crazy hair.
No, I do too. It works for him.
It's foofy.
It's like a little foofy hanging off his head.
You know, he used to wear MAC makeup.
He did?
Mhm. That was one of the questions that Davey Havoc actually from AFI did an interview with him, and you could
Yeah.
tell he was like totally fucking fangirling because he's like obsessed with them just as much as we are. And he was like asking him, he was like, "Oh, do you like what makeup products do you use?" And he's like, "I happen to use MAC or whatever." This is when MAC wasn't problematic, and Robert Smith was like, "Oh, I'm a MAC girl myself."
That's fucking hilarious. Yo, when you were a teenager, if you could afford something from Mac or your parents got something for you from Mac, you were the shit. Like
Now
every
you still are the shit now if you're still buying from Just
oh,
kidding. Not
oh.
really. Are they still testing on animals? Comment down below.
I fucking hope not. Did you hear that? My tummy's making
Was that your tummy? I thought it was Poopsie.
Let's clarify, Poopsie is her cat.
Bit.
She's referring to her cat.
AKA Ragnar is his real
Yeah,
name.
yeah, that was my tummy, Gail.
Okay, your
She
tummy there?
she's starving me. She keeps me in a cage when we're not recording. Help.
That seems to be like a ongoing topic of discussion is me with cages.
I
We told
know.
Dinny last week we were gonna put him in a cage. Well, I told him that. And I said,
I was gonna say, speak for yourself because yikes. Fucking A, could you imagine? Listen,
Trent Reznor
maybe
would
he's
have nothing on
maybe
us.
maybe Denny's fucking here right now and he's in a cage, but we have him like gagged. Like they won't know.
They won't know.
Maybe we're kidding, maybe we're not.
Maybe he's with Poopsie.
Maybe he's taking care of Poopsie. Yeah. He's feeding her cats right now.
They went to go see if there was ducks nearby.
Yo, we wanted to no, okay. For the Denny episode, I was seriously like pushing for her to name it Are There Ducks by You? Because that is a question that she asked him.
Why did I ask that? I'm
Because
such an asshole.
no, you know what? Because where he was at, it looked really similar. Like it was like New Orleans version of Long Island's Bay Park, and we always see like ducks and different like animals over there. So I don't think it was so weird that you asked him.
I should have
But
asked
it
him if
was
there was
kind of.
something cool nearby.
But you asked him if there were ducks
Yeah,
nearby.
ducks.
Ducks.
That's me.
She cares so much for animals.
I do.
She just wants
To
to
the fact that
know.
I was looking, I wanted to know what wildlife was nearby. That's me right now. There's probably some seagulls,
It's you right now.
like flock of seagulls,
Oh yeah.
or a capybara.
ASMR.
Or see, a capybara.
Who?
You never saw a capybara?
No.
What?
I don't know what
I
you're
can't right
talking.
now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've definitely seen a capybara.
How do you actually say it without like your Gale accent?
I think it's capybara.
Copy bara?
Capybara.
Capybara.
I know Chia's listening to this going, "Oh, this is how it's pronounced.
Wait. Barracuda.
Capybara. Capybara? Do capybaras make good pets? Keeping and caring for your capybara.
Oh,
Look,
yes.
that's me right now.
That looks like a mix between a fucking goat and a horse and an otter.
Excuse me?
Look at it. It's a goat horse otter. It's a gotter.
I fucking can't. I would say a giant guinea pig, maybe?
Oh. Yeah. In that picture, it's more like a guinea pig. That looks like a fucking.
And
It
look, that's
looks
a
like a
mama with
fucking.
his babies.
It looks like a fucking land otter. Tell me that doesn't look like a land otter.
It's like an otter mixed with a camel.
And I only said horse because of like the length, like how its face comes out like that.
That's
Like
me right now.
it. I have literally never seen one of those in my life.
Really? I think they have them
Is
at
it?
the
Is it?
zoo.
Is it just like a? It looks like a toy kangaroo.
Yeah, they're from I think they're from
So
Australia.
apparently, this animal looks like 7 other different animals to me. A capybara?
Capybara.
Fucking
Capybara.
capicola?
A
Gabagool?
gabagool.
Gabagool.
Gabagool animal.
Isn't that so funny how us Italians just skew words about? I
Oh,
grew
I'm gonna send this
like
to you later. Obsessed with her pet capybara.
I
And it's some lady with her capybara.
oh, I can't wait to watch that.
Oh, good. It's only like a 2-minute clip.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
Maybe we could watch it while you're eating your breakfast sandwich, so I can guarantee you that you watched it.
I mean, sure.
What if I get a capybara? You have to be prepared.
If you get one of those, I don't know what they do. I didn't even know what a fucking capybara was until about 2 minutes ago, let alone know their behaviors or how to experience like interacting with one.
They're a mammal. I think they're a mammal. Yeah, they're definitely a mammal.
So are gorillas, but they're unpredictable too.
I think they're part of the wombat family. They're like a wombat mixed with a guinea pig.
I I don't get one until I know what they do.
Oh, but
How's
they seem
that?
real friendly. No, I have to get. I don't. No,
Listen,
that's not gonna be my next pet. I might get a pig. That might be
My
my next bed.
my grandparents' neighbor in Howard Beach had a boa constrictor.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say capybara.
No. Otherwise, I would have known what the fuck that thing was when I first looked at it and said, "Oh wow, a capybara and a fucking boa constrictor." I can't right now. The boa.
Boa could probably eat a capybara.
Oh yes, this thing definitely could. I felt like Britney Spears, like in the "Slave for You" video.
I can
That
picture you
this
with
guy.
reptiles.
I don't know if I would ever get one, but I was very relaxed for an animal that could kill me. Like just being around my neck, I was like,
And
"This
boas
is
bite
so."
too.
Oh yeah, and like I even let him like start to tighten a little bit around me before I was like, "All right, like let's get him off. Like
Yeah,
let's get
because
him
they
off
like
of
your
me."
the body temperature.
Yes. So these two kids, Vinny and Joe.
Shout out to them.
Vinny and Joe Ponte. Hi. I remember you because of your pet snake.
Which is probably still
That
alive.
sounds terrible. But so Vinny and Joe, my fellow Italians in Howard Beach, put this thing around my shoulders, and it was just like the coolest feeling. It was the coolest feeling, and like they're so I don't know, they're majestic and slinky, but also so dangerous. And I like snakes, but I don't think I'd ever get a snake.
You go to
That's
feed it and you'd be like, nope, game over.
Yeah, pretty much. Because wait, what is it? Not mice, right? They eat
The
mice.
bigger the snake, the bigger the feed. So at one point, the guy probably had to give that snake probably bunny rabbits.
A whole ass rabbit.
Well, think about it.
I
It's
am
like, I mean,
so grossed
when
out right
when a
now.
snake is smaller, like you picture like I don't know, like a baby like python, like ball python or something like that. You give it like small mice because it's small. And what snakes do is, they have gums that sharpen. They don't have like teeth, so they can't chew. So they swallow stuff whole.
Lucy, that's fucking vile. I listen.
I
You
mean, you
know,
could give a snake like 4 rats instead of giving it a rabbit, but like
even if so, I couldn't even stand feeding watching my cousin and my aunt like feed their geckos because they were fucking crickets. Even I couldn't even stand that like watching it.
I had to work in a I worked in a
Oh, it's
reptile store
just
at one point,
so
and I
nasty.
that honestly bothered me the most was like the crickets because people would come in and be like, "Oh, I need like 150 crickets," and I'm like, "Ew!" I have to go in with this tiny little like scoop thing and scoop like 150 crickets into a plastic bag, and they'd all be jumping all over my hand, and the feeling of it was just so creepy and gross.
Crickets, I literally kill them, like, if they're in my house.
Yeah, but I
Sorry,
couldn't
guys.
kill these
I know there's
because
people out there, like, I know there's a certain person for everything, and you're probably gonna say, "Wow, how dare you kill crickets?" Well, let me ask you this, okay? If you're on the bowl and you are doing your business and you fucking look down and there is a cricket that is coming near your pants that are like, on your ankles, like near the floor, are you going to try and smash it with the boot that you have on? Or are you just going to let him fucking crawl around and do whatever he's got to do?
what is
I'm
he
going to
gonna
kill it.
do? What is he gonna
I don't know. He could like leap into our crotches and our buttholes. Kind of like the toilet
do?
snakes that
How's
girls,
your
no, girls have a fear of like toilet snakes.
Yeah, but what are
It's like
butthole crickets?
it's just like one of those irrational fears, like because you're vulnerable and your entire fucking ass is on the toilet. Tell me that I know I can't be the only person that
No,
has
and
the
there's actually
irrational fear
been
of like something crawling up there or like biting you or
not only that, but there's actually like been stories about like people like upstate and like or in the woods or something like that, and that has happened.
see
So
that's
it's not like
scary as
it's
fuck.
not like too out of the norm. I'm sure like people have had plumbing issues in Florida where that's happened. You know, like with like areas that are populated with mad snakes.
Mm.
Mad gangly.
Mad gangry. But anyway, so yeah, the toilet snakes and the floor crickets. That's like a weird fear of mine that something's gonna like jump up out of the toilet.
Let her see
Not that
creepy
not that I'm
things.
afraid to yeah, not that I'm afraid to fucking pee, but like you get the point. It's just like it crosses your mind sometimes. You know where it started? When I was younger, right? And like when your goldfish dies, mom and dad are like, "Okay, flush him down the toilet," and I'm like, "Okay." And I it started like a weird fear of like, "Oh my god, what if the fish isn't dead?" And like I look down there and there he is, like swimming around. one
If
day.
anything, he probably
This is
freaking
such a weird conversation, but I know I'm not the only person.
if he
So,
got flushed, he got flushed into like like I guess like a drain pipe
but
somewhere. He could
little,
be in
but
the ocean right now.
but little me couldn't put this
Little
together. You
me.
understand? Little me could not put this like process these thoughts. I just thought, oh crap, like what if one day like he just like pops up and he's like, no, you tried to kill me. I okay, okay, no, do you know that this scared me so much? From like the ages of like I forgot when do you start like I don't know when you start potty training and shit like that, but I know that a year of my toddler life I would pee on the toilet backwards, like facing the tank because so I could look down and make sure that nothing was in the fucking toilet.
Stop! No, that's so adorable. I love
That's
it. That's
how
so.
is that's adorable.
No, I mean I feel bad, but that's like
I was so scared. I'm like, oh no. But that was my way. Apparently, of fucking coping.
C for coping.
C for coping mechanism. Learn more about it in 5 years when I fucking graduate.
You gonna treat my problems, Gail? I got a laundry list.
I am unable to do so. If you are a practicing clinician, you cannot treat somebody like it's different obviously if I was like a prime if I was like a primary doctor and you were like, "Hey, like I think I have like tonsillitis, like look in my throat and like check it out." Like that's fine, but I cannot
Treat my issues.
shrink. I hate using that word, but I cannot shrink you because I already know so much. So it's like it's not like a not fair treatment.
Oh my god.
No?
No.
Even if you were to say, "Oh, like let's just say like I didn't know Mary that well, right? Let's just say you and I met and we're friends for a couple years, but like your sister, comes in from like out of town. All right, and you're like, "Oh, like my sister's looking for like a therapist. Like, can you do an intake with her?" I couldn't even do that.
You'd be like, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry,
I
not
yeah,
sorry.
would not
Part of
be
my practice.
would not be able to do it.
Huh?
I know. It fucking sucks.
Is
So
Melfi still practicing?
focus. Dr. Melfi.
I know I keep going out of focus, but you're in focus.
No, I was just out of focus. That's why I did the
Oh, you
little
were?
howl. Yeah, you gotta do a little.
Yeah, I'm still not.
Dr. Melfi. I love Lorraine Bracco.
Speaking of which, we're gonna do the freaking tour next week, which we're gonna try to bring the camera on tour. I don't think we're gonna be able to, but we'll be able to take pictures and we'll post pictures.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna do an episode after.
And I'd like to ask this, since we were just on the topic of mental health. I have a friend named Lauren who expressed interest that on one of our fuck around episodes, maybe it could be on the topic of mental health. Did she like to come on?
I would like that. I would like to speak to Lauren Gill.
Lauren Gale.
Lauren Gill.
She is a super intelligent, lovely, educated woman. Did I say educated already? I feel like that's like the first word I use when I want to like describe her. So sometimes I'll say it twice and not realize. But yeah, I think it would be super informative and very interesting. Maybe for people that are maybe suffering, their mental health is suffering during the pandemic.
Of course.
And she could maybe just kind of I don't know, not open people's eyes because we're not looking to change people's minds on how they feel about therapy or treatment, but maybe just give a different perspective as to what it could do for you if you chose to explore therapy. So I don't know. I just
And it
wanted to
makes
throw it out
people
there.
feel like they're not alone.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I call my therapist my brain wizard. I have called her that
That's awesome.
for like a year and a half now because she just, they just have a way of guiding you to arrive to a point and then boom, there it is right in front of your face and you're like,
I
damn. I so what's up? Let's go eat some breakfast food.
Let's go eat some breakfast scale food. We
Hell
love you
yeah.
guys.
I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you.
Stay Gary Sari Garys.
Take care, Sari Gary.